Happy Frigaroken! It's Rainbow. It is Ranger Rainbow coming in on this gorgeous Friday. I'm getting a little glisten here sitting in the sunshine. It's gorgeous. We have been spinning up a great Friday and it's a little bit later in the afternoon today. So I was thinking about coming in early and that ended up not happening, and it was super foggy and like chillier this morning, which was so fun. So regardless, we're here, and look who is blooming. Look who is blooming. It's Teasel. Look at gorgeous Teasel. She's a little teasy with all these little pickers on her. Gorgeous. You can see she's possibly a little taller than I am. Comes out with gorgeous little purple flowers on her cones up here. So fun to have Teasel blooming out. We really like that. And we are deep here in the park in Homegrown National Park. BYPA Beecher Hill. We also have some Queen Anne's lace blooming. Yes. And St. John's wort is out here blooming. Oh, and look, here's our arrowwood viburnum. So fun to be out here in the park. And last Friday when I popped on, I told you about the blackberries and the blackcaps, and I've got to laugh at myself because I think I totally flipped them on you. I was eating blackberries, not blackcaps. Blackcaps are like the black raspberries, kind of. So, gotta laugh. Just look back and laugh and be like, yeah, well, I got that totally backwards. You know, when I tell you things, it just pops out of my mouth, and I don't have time to do a double check on that. So if I'm eating something out here, I always double check. I know what I can eat, and I can't always say that's true for everyone. So the big thing that is happening in this Homegrown National Park, especially being the ranger here in this park, Ranger Rainbow, my bosses are coming in town. My bosses are coming in town. They're coming in town. They start trickling in tomorrow. They're coming in on 8/8, the Lions Gate, and pressure is on. So I don't know if I want to take you down Poke Your Eye Out Avenue, because I hope I've done enough ranger work where they'll keep me the ranger. We'll see. We'll see. I think, yeah, there's quite a few of them. I think there's 8 bosses I have. Oh, hello. There's a little blackberry grabbing me. Poke Your Eye Out Avenue with Mullen. She's standing there real tall. This is definitely going to need some work. Thankfully, when they're in town, I'm going to have some time off my night job, or however you put that, and I'll be able to really get this park spick and span for those for those bosses. You know, they range from the early teens to coming up right on 2. So pressure's on. Pressure is on. So the park is looking amazing. We have big berries here. Oh, look at this. We have some more berries here. Can you see those berries? They're popping out. More blackberries. Itty bitty. So tasty. So tasty. And milkweed is doing good. She keeps potting out. I haven't seen any of her pods pop open yet, which is one of my favorites. So we're going to try and get some mowing done this evening and get these trails tightened up a little bit more. So I do want to take you back into this clearing. This is where we pulled a whole bunch of brush out. And we hear birds back here now because of that. You hear them? Last year I didn't hear birds back here. So this is what the Homegrown National Park is all about. It was started by co-founder Doug Tallamy, and he was studying how many caterpillars grow on the native plants versus the invasive plants, and noticing how many of our birds need the native plants because of the caterpillars to be able to give the nutrients to their little babies. So the goal of this 3-acre Homegrown National Park is to really give those native plants an opportunity to thrive and let the caterpillars go on them, so the birds get some caterpillars, the plants thrive, and they're not crowded out by all the invasives. So I hope that makes more sense if any of that wasn't clear yet. I've been following Doug Tallamy's work for quite a few years now. I was actually doing this work in California before I ended up here on the other side of Turtle Island. So this has been a really neat experience. Look at this! Look at this! Oh my gosh, Arrowwood viburnum, you have berries. See how gorgeous and dark they are? Oh my gosh. That is so fabulous. These are the first berries I'm seeing. Like, they're getting mature when they turn that dark color. Oh, and nanny berry, also known as sheep berry. Look at her little berries. Hi, birdie. Just scared a bird. Look at her berries. So gorgeous and clustery and big. I'm so excited to find out. Oh my gosh, up there, I am seeing, I don't know if you can see this, they're turning dark blue. I guess this is the first year that nannyberry's been blooming and bearing out, and I'm seeing her berries. She was here last year, but I didn't, she wasn't on my radar. I guess there was just, sometimes there's so many invasive plants, your focus is on the invasives and not on all your glorious native plants. But here we have 2 trees flagged. Whoop, that one and that one. So that one is the nanny berry, the sheep berry. And that one is an ash. And up there, I'm seeing a bunch of berries. There's 2 nanny berries here. So far in the park, I've counted 5. So, oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. And look at, here's our smaller of the 2. That's a black cherry up there. The smaller of our 2 big black cherries. And then we have a 3rd black cherry in the park as well, which is even smaller. But that one has a nice 5-6 inch diameter trunk on it. She's gorgeous. Black cherries get really, really tall. Really tall. So fun to dip in. So fun to share the news on the home front here. And we'll see what we spin up this week. I'm excited. Might get to be on like full-time ranger duty for like a week, which would be really awesome. And see what the bosses have to say. I hope they don't kick me out of ranger duty. We shall see. Sending you all huge love. Happy 8/8 Lionsgate tomorrow. And spin it up in a good way. Happy Frigeroken. Have a great afternoon, evening, week. Ciao.